Barnard, I'm the MD of Outline UK and putting the presentation for Outline SRL, an Italian loudspeaker manufacturer. Basically, we are going to discuss today MiniCompass Imode. We believe this is a very forward innovation in the loudspeaker technology world. About 5 years ago, we came up with the concept of a loudspeaker that could actually do steerable scenarios actually in the physical and not just using digits to actually move the sound, because obviously sound is air, so therefore we're actually moving it in the physical. This incarnation is now MiniCompass Imode. Compact Polar Adjustable Sound System is its acronym, and the beauty of the system is it has an onboard computer built in with web browser. So basically, to use the best marketing in the world, we have an app for a loudspeaker. Is that forward? I don't know. This is a PC. I'm a Mac man. Perhaps it's that one. Okay. What Compass can do, as we've already said in the acronym, is Compact Polar Adjustable Sound System. So what we can actually do is actually move the vanes of the acoustic lens between 150 degrees asymmetrically in 15-degree increments. Thank you, Mr. Manager. So obviously we can now, in the physical, direct the sound.
Keep talking.
Oh, all right. Oh, I see. We lost image. Sorry. It's good I'm a thesp, James, isn't it, really?
That's right. Keep going. Don't worry.
Okay. It's a very, very small cabinet, which, if you have a look at the display over there, we're talking 23 kilograms here. We're talking, what would it be, an Imperial? Probably about 14 inches wide, about 10 inches high. Two power modules are built in, biamped with DSP. And as I say, the most important factor is you can actually direct the sound to where the audience is. The beauty of having the... I should really follow this, really. This is technical specification, which you may be able to read from there. Obviously, when we do the Q&A, I can go through this in more infinite detail for you. So 16 different pattern controllers you can see here, and these are the polars that you can see from the different versions. You can see it's a very, very accurate system. This is only, these measurements have been taken on one module only. So of course, as you build an array, it becomes far more accurate. And this is shown in the frequency on axis and the frequency off axis. So if we take the top plot here, this is on axis. This is right in front of the cabinet. If we've got the acoustic lens set at 60 degrees, you can see that the phase is pretty good, but there's obviously some anomalies. This is only, again, because the measurement was done on one module. As you start to build an array of loudspeakers, of course, this tightens up, and we can get virtually a flat line. Now, this is the clever bit. We believe that the future of PA, if you like, and loudspeaker systems is to give the engineer total control from the console. So what we've done, we've actually built a computer into the cabinet, and it's worked on a web browser. We looked at all the different controllers that were around and things like this, and everyone has their own way of working. Doesn't matter what manufacturer you actually look at. So we thought to ourselves, well, everybody knows how to use a web browser. So that's how we've designed the software around a web browser. So it's literally a matter of picking up icons and delivering. By means of an Ethernet cable directly from the array into the digital console, any manufacturer, as long as you have a network port, you will be able to see exactly how the loudspeaker is performing from the point of control. So these are the network settings and system information. So what we obviously have to do is ident left or right of the system. As you can see when you look down here, you can either set up all your network settings on a manual basis, or you can use DHCP. By pressing this setting network, DHCP, as I'm sure you're all aware, will actually hunt for its own IP addresses and actually set up the system for you, whether it's one module, 16 modules, 32 modules. So here we come into the control pages of the GUI. So we can obviously adjust via the console now, gain, mute or polarity. This is quite clever. Now, on the hypothesis that you set up a system, let's take a nice warm country, let's say Florida. So we're doing a gig in Florida, we're doing it in the open air, we're setting up the system in the afternoon, high 3 o'clock in the afternoon, it's probably 35 degrees Celsius. When we get to the gig time, 7:30 at night, something like that, the temperature's dropped to maybe 28, 27. The system will adjust itself with gains and delays because it has a control in this to actually suss out the temperature of the venue it's working. Analog or digital input, AES, EBU, or any digital format you wish. We can change the input sensitivity for consoles. So it doesn't matter if it's 0.75 volt, 1 volt, or whatever the case may be. Standard amplifier mute per module. You could be able to see on the GUI on the console exactly what position the module is actually set at. This is the acoustic lens as far as we're concerned. Each cabinet has an LED built into the right hand side of the cabinet. So if the engineer has an array set up, let's say 16 modules per side, and he's done his walk around the venue and he finds out basically in the nosebleeds that he needs to either open it up, close it down, get longer throw, adjust the input sensitivity, adjust the equalization, whatever, he can actually ident that cabinet from his software, from the console. The LED will light and he can adjust that individually. If that has to be set then straight down the array, of course he can press the master and it'll shoot right down the array. But the beauty of this system is, because even though it's a line array, we want to obviously have different sounds in different areas possibly for different audiences. Master reset to go to flat, so he can memorize his first position, then go to flat, and obviously he can make his equalization choices up for that venue. There's 4 user filters actually built into here, which, as you can see here, are low pass and high pass. And then the 6 factory presets, which are factory presets. As you see, you can make your choice, FIR or IIR filtering, 64-bit resolution. I think this would make any engineer happy because obviously everybody's going to FIR, finite impulse response, because of the accuracy. But if he's more used to IIR, he has that opportunity to use IIR as well. Twin dynamic processors. So therefore, obviously, we can set up our limiters on different sectors of the system. I think I probably mentioned this already, store and recall of any preset for any module. The upgrade part of the system basically is a situation that we will launch onto our website if there's any firmware or software upgrades in the future. If you're a user of Compass, you'll be able to see on the web page in the outsource side there's an upgrade for Compass. All you have to do is send an email, contact us by telephone, we will give you the passwords, you load it into your Compass system and it upgrades the whole thing. Basically like you do with either Microsoft or you do with Apple. I'm there, am I? Sorry. Very, very quickly, James, have I got another minute? Okay. Ghost technology. This is something that we have invented, basically. This means that we can set up groups of loudspeakers in different arrays. We can use 2 parts of the processor to do different parts of the system at the same time, simultaneously. I'm speeding this up. I'll answer any questions as I can later. This is our new 3D software for all our systems. Basically, we have the Compass settings within OpenArray, which obviously then can be downloaded to the system. Also shows mechanical information for loading. And very, very briefly, aluminium fly frame. Very easy to fly. When you put the acoustic lens into any position, the DSP is automatically contacted and sets up phase, time alignment and basic EQ for the box. Either fly or ground stack. And that's basically the end of the presentation, but I'm willing to take any Q&A. Thank you.
You say you address each loudspeaker. You address each loudspeaker using a browser.
Yeah.
Is it possible to effectively have one of the computers in your speaker act as a master, so that you can then see the status of all the loudspeakers? For example, during a gig, you're not going to want to know what each one's doing. You just want to know what that array is doing. So there's a setup where you can do that and then go to view it.
It just comes a sequence of events. If you want to use master, you use master. If you want to use individual modules, you can do. Every venue is different, as you know.
Is the DSP control in the speaker separate from the Linux computer, or is the DSP driven by the Linux?
No. It's a totally separate system within inside the box. The Linux computer is separate to the DSP.
Yeah, so that's just a web interface that sort of points.
Oh yes,
yeah.
yes, yeah.
And if it's a computer with DSP, why are you not offering networked audio input options such as Dante or Cobanet?
Well, again, you see, we've seen a situation that we can go through Dante anyway. So we're just using an Ethernet connection at this particular stage. From my knowledge of Dante with the companies I already work with, and please... Sorry, Roland.
You'll put virtual sound station into the computer, will you, to allow a Dante input?
Yes, yeah. Any more for any more? Was it good? Was it bad? Thank you very much. Retail price is €4,900. Retail. We have sold 300 already. The order book is full, shall we say. Thank you very much.